Hey guys, all right, so Batman v Superman trailer dropped, and I have some thoughts that I'd like to share with you. So ultimately, I think there are a lot of things to like and get excited about in this trailer. Unfortunately, it becomes overshadowed by the fact that it really does feel like they took the 2 hour movie and truncated down into this 3 minute trailer. And certainly, if we didn't get all the major beats of the entire movie, it really does feel like we got all that we needed to know about that last act, which, depending on who you talk to, is, I think, the most important act. But let's get into the things that I actually did like, so that way it doesn't seem like I didn't like this trailer. I did. I did like the trailer itself. Unfortunately, what it ultimately gave us overall, too much. But let's get into what I did like. I did like the first scene. I do love the first meeting of Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne. I like the fact that it's Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent discussing Batman and Superman, and it becomes very clear that not only do these two people have very different ideologies about what it means to save people and fight crime and help the world and or their cities, there's real animosity there, which is important because we need to be sold on the idea that two characters, two heroes that we love and adore could actually meet and not only not like one another, but actually want to fight and take out one another. Like, we need to be sold on that. So I love that. I would have much preferred to have seen this fresh in the theater. I have a feeling that this is probably going to be my favorite scene of the entire movie. Unfortunately, they gave it to us in a trailer. But moving on, I like, you know what? I don't mind Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor or Luthor Jr., whoever he's supposed to be. I don't mind him as Lex. I think he's continuing the tradition of that annoying movie Lex Luthor character. I know Lex in the comics is always more formidable and intimidating and more smart and Svengali-like. But I think in the movies, he's always been sort of like, that's the guy? This is the guy that's going to give Superman a lot of trouble? Okay, maybe it's just an off day for Soup. I don't know. But he's always been that sort of character, so I think he's just continuing that tradition. I do really, really like Jeremy Irons as Alfred. I'm very excited for that new take on that character. I think Alfred has always been my favorite part of the Batman mythology. So very excited for what I've seen from Jeremy Irons thus far. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman in this movie, separating my feelings of how I felt that the character itself has been treated by WB and DC and this entire franchise, and even in what I've seen in this trailer, that's a whole different discussion that I'm sure I can get into later. She actually looks really good. I like the fact that they're taking her in this very serious, no, that's an Amazonian warrior. That's not a princess. That's not just a princess. That's a warrior. She needs to look like she just took the head off a Gorgon and dragged it along the way on the way to saving Batman. Like, that's exactly what she needs to look like, and she looks great while she does it. What else did I like? I liked the fact that the last shot is them, all three of them, Wonder Woman flanked by Batman and Superman. I will say one of the things that I don't like, and it's going to be a recurring thing for me, I still hate the fact that we actually unite the Trinity in this movie. Not just Clark Kent, Bruce Wayne, and Princess Diana. No, we get Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. We get the Trinity, and they still have the audacity to not call this movie Trinity. That's always going to be a thing for me. I'm just going to have to get over it in order to kind of be able to judge the movie by its own merit as opposed to the politics around it. So one of the big, huge thing that I did not like, absolutely, the thing possibly known as Doomsday. Listen, I know enough about Doomsday to know that that's not quite what it's supposed to be. And it almost... And for a moment or two, I almost thought it was the shit demon from Dogma, if anybody remembers that character. But yeah, it's not good. And it's especially not good because another one of the things that I like about this movie and thus the movie, about the trailer and thus the movie, is the universe, the aesthetic of it. It really does look like Christopher Nolan and Alex Ross had a baby, and that baby was a painting who grew up to be this movie. It does look beautiful. It looks lush and grand, and at the same time sort of maintains that gritty realism that DC has really been trying to, establish itself in. Unfortunately, as much as the things that I did like about it, I don't want to be told the entire movie in a trailer. I want that intrigue. I want to be able to nerd out with my other nerd friends and go, what does this mean? What does that mean? That person hasn't showed up yet. Oh, but what is that? That could possibly be that person or that character. And what if they're showing up? Or is that just an Easter egg and they're going to show up maybe later on in maybe this film or that? Like, I like that. That's part of the fun nowadays. I mean, it's not just us nerds. Everybody does that now. Everybody likes to get on each other's little comment feed or on the forum board. Like, that's part of the fun of these movies. And for that to be kind of taken away from us is sort of, I don't know, it's a cheat. It's disappointing. Ultimately, it's like, why would you do that? Why would that be the instinct? I mean, it's happened. We have it now. I can only hope and pray that there's enough in that movie that we can be sustained and excited for, and we'll actually come out of the theaters saying like, wow, okay, they actually didn't show us everything. I really hope and pray that. Unfortunately, DC and WB, they've not been able to kind of build up that trust and confidence within me to kind of believe that. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So let me know what you think. If you agree, disagree. Doesn't matter because I'm right. So all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, love you. Bye.